Hello, cooking enthusiasts. This week's video was going to be an update on some of my dry aging experiments. A bit under the weather again. Nothing too bad, but I thought I would pick a topic to discuss that requires even less editing work on my part. So, the videos kind of suck. That's probably a little bit hyperbolic, but I think that I'm definitely not super happy with visually how the videos are presented, and I think that is reflected in how much views or comments they get. Obviously, my goal isn't to get a bunch of views, but at the same time, I do want people watching the videos and hopefully even trying the recipes. And I definitely want people commenting and asking questions if they have any. I think the recipes themselves are quite good. I do occasionally get the odd comment, especially on some of the more popular videos where people say they've tried a recipe and it worked out great. Always super encouraging to see. And clearly, there is a very small core audience who are sort of willing to put up with the lackluster presentation for the content underneath, if that makes sense. And I'm guessing that's also the people who are watching this video. Despite that, I personally understand that watching these videos wouldn't be super entertaining and wouldn't be super informative because it's just me talking with the occasional photo. Obviously, every other food channel is primarily footage of the cooking. The issue, of course, is that because it's just me instructing and then usually my caregiver doing what I say, the only opportunity to get visuals of a recipe is if their hands aren't occupied, they can take a photo or occasionally a small video clip. Realistically, with what I'm able to capture at the moment, it would make a lot more sense for me to just sort of go all in on maybe Instagram and just make written recipes on my website. The problem with that, obviously, is that getting people to read and share a blog post is a lot more difficult than a video. I've also been on YouTube for over 10 years, so it seems silly to stop at this point. And I do think a well-made video with a recipe is a lot better than just a written recipe. So the question I would genuinely love some feedback on, or some creative ideas, is how do I actually capture video? Because I've come up with a bunch of potential solutions, but none of them are great. Obviously, I need to buy some sort of camera, which is expensive, but even besides that, if my caregiver is busy cooking, that means someone else needs to run the camera, or I need to be able to control the camera wirelessly. From what I have seen, anyways, most wireless cameras are very security oriented, and even though some of them claim to have good resolution, from what I've read, the frame rate and other types of quality aren't great, but maybe I'm mistaken. So I would love some recommendations if you know about that stuff. If I'm not going to control the camera myself, then it would need to be some other kind of digital camera that's placed in one or two strategic positions, and then I would just need someone to hit record whenever a step in the process is being done. So the static camera is probably the easiest solution, but because I'm not seeing the footage in real time, I foresee some problems. For one, it's possible that a key step isn't quite in frame. Second, if I'm relying on someone else to stop and start the recording, I could potentially see missing some steps. Or if I leave it recording for extended periods of time, that creates a lot of editing work for me down the road. Perhaps I'm overthinking it, but with all of the potential issues, I just don't want to potentially waste the money when that could have gone toward ingredients and equipment. So please, if you know a lot about cameras or know someone who does, please send them this video. Maybe there is a wireless camera that would work. Maybe there is some way to wirelessly control from a computer a pretty standard digital camera, but so far I haven't found many solutions like that. Sorry again that this is another non-food video, but it is an issue I would really like to tackle in the near future. Otherwise, thank you for watching.